Hello, all you beautiful souls. Jules here, and happy Saturday. It's Jem and I over here, just hanging out in the yard, and wanted to pop on and finish up some of my thoughts that I had for yesterday's fire magic ritual. And you will experience beautiful magic when you're doing your rituals as well. And I might have to put her inside. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the moon cycles, and they bring things into fruition for completion and beginning new things. And the moon affects our moods. Even if we are female or male, regardless, we are affected by the moon cycles. And it does greatly impact females, especially with our menstrual cycles. So I'm not sure if you've heard of the syncing up, or girls, women who do sync up during their menstrual cycles and sync up to the full moon. So I have, and I didn't do it intentionally, but I may have, doing just a few rituals and blessings, but it kind of syncs naturally once you get a really good rhythm and a healthy routine and diet going. So the moon phase affects what phase we are in our lives, and you're affected by the moon no matter if you're a woman, male, in between. You don't have to label yourself. It affects all of us. We all have feminine and masculine energy that balances us. I tend to lean more towards the masculine side. I grew up with a brother. All my friends were guys that I grew up with. I did obviously have a lot of girlfriends as well. But as I got older, I tended to like to hang out with men, and they were just more easygoing and not as bitchy, and no expectations and no gossip, and we really had a good time together. So that is where I lean more towards the yin and the yang. I am at the yang. The yin is the feminine. And once we have a balance in both these energies, that is true harmony. So when we're leaning more towards one than the opposite, that's when we tend to throw our body and chakra systems out of balance, because we're making up for energy that we shouldn't have. Maybe we had someone or a parental figure lacking in our life, so we tend to be more feminine or masculine to take on the role of what they should have provided for us. And the phase of the moon also acts as almost like death and rebirth cycles. And we are letting go of things that no longer serve us, people that may no longer play a role in our lives, and we may be vibing at higher or different frequencies than they are. So we just can't find that connection no longer, and we kind of drift apart. And sometimes we let go of patterns or thought processes, ancestral lineage and ideas that no longer serve a purpose for the higher good for ourselves. We let it die, and we make room to give birth for new ideas, new creations. It allows us to emerge as our newborn selves and free up these expectations or patterns that are dead to us, essentially. So they hold us back, and we are merging into our authentic selves, our true essences, why we were created and why we were put here on earth. And we have authority over ourselves, and nobody can hold us from our earth-born rights. And a lot of times we are letting go of pain. both physically and mentally. Maybe a toxic relationship, self-sabotaging, negative thought patterns. And sometimes we're not ready to release these people, patterns, or things, and we run from them. We don't like to feel pain. Everyone is perfectly fine just staying where they are, just barely getting by and not wanting to change. We ignore them. Hold on. And we stay stagnant, and we do this because we tell ourselves this. We don't allow room to move because we're quite comfortable where we're at. And we are actually not comfortable at all. But that only prolongs the negative loop or moon cycle that you may be stuck in. And eventually there will come a time where you will have to let go of these things. You'll have to let go of these relationships. You'll have to let go of these people, things, places. And sometimes we even think that all we have to do is give it time and it'll fix itself or work itself out. And sometimes it does, but most of the times it doesn't. We can get ourselves into situations where we don't know how to get out of, and we need help sometimes. So there's always someone that you can talk to, whether it be friends, family, complete stranger, a therapist, your dog, your cat, your bird, the grass, the sky, God, Gaia, whatever you want to call your creator, because you were created. And what I like to do is during my yoga practice, I'm releasing so much energy when I'm going through the moves and the motions and the stretches, and I literally feel like a new person every time I get out of my yoga mat and right into my bed to go to sleep, because I fall asleep like a baby. Anyways, now is the time to make change, to take charge, to reclaim your authority, to step into your authenticity. Waiting is just giving it power. You need to start the healing process now. And by utilizing the moon phases, they are gentle reminders and healing nudges to get us going in the right start. And the more we are managing and letting things pass and not doing anything with no recognition, the more opportunities and times we are wasting. We are closing doors instead of opening them. You have to show up for yourself. You have to allow the universe to show up for you as well. You have to give yourself permission to do the work, and only you know what that looks like. It could be as easy as doing a chakra cleansing session to as hard as stepping away from a relationship, an addiction. You have to be willing to go where you have not gone before. So what is it that you want to let go of and embody? So I wanted to share these, this download I had, that was from yesterday when my toxic relationship candle wouldn't burn. So I really started thinking about why is it not going away? Well, for one, my relationship, the person I'm in, is currently in rehab, so they'll be coming back soon, and that's going to be another adventure to see if anything changes. So I'm putting all my faith in that person who's let me down so many times, and this is their last chance. So I'm giving them that opportunity. But I want you all to do a simple meditation where you just sit in the grass outside where all the mosquitoes are biting you, spray some stuff on. And I want you to sit, and I want you to imagine yourself walking to a door and opening it. And when you go to that door, you're going to be on the beach, and you're going to meet your spirit guide or a goddess or your creator, and they have a message for you. And I want you to listen to that message. And I'm sorry I don't have time to do it with you, but I love you.